What's up, guys? I want to welcome you to another episode, and what it amounts to is just that, and that is a crazy, crazy time to be alive. More turmoil, more treacherousness than ever, but maybe not more than ever. At the same token, businesses left and right. I think the rate is around 3.9% of corporate. Well, I'm not. Well. Scratch that. I'm not sure about the percentages, but from what I've researched and the likes, there's more businesses going belly up than ever before. And not just in the sense of startups and the likes, which predominantly most are gonna fail, but more so in the fact of in the feet of predominant players that have been around for 50 years, and been making millions of dollars throughout historical periods. Toys R Us, Claire's, a couple were aforementioned, and I'm not even gonna go there, but for what it's worth, a lot of this brick and mortar, when it's not successfully adapting to the new modern day age, with the likes of online commerce, they're having less success succeeding. In modern times, like once before in back in dinosaur days, back when dinosaurs were still roaming the earth, so to speak, right? A joke. Back when dinosaurs were roaming the earth, Toys R Us was a staple, man. Like I remember as a child, I'm gonna tell you a story. This is random and this is just off the spur of the moment. But as a child, like Toys R Us was literally like a store I always wanted to go to when I was a child. Like I never went as a child. I never went to Toys R Us. They didn't have Toys R Us in my community. Like, they didn't have Toys R Us in any of the communities I was raised in. They didn't have Toys R Us, but for some reason there was an allure to Toys R Us. Like, I remember driving through, to visit family and the likes, with my family as a child, of course. And every time we would pass a Toys R Us, I was literally like, oh my gosh, I wonder what it's like in there, and I want to go in there, and I want to go to a Toys R Us, but I never went to a Toys R Us. But like, there was an allure about Toys R Us, so they were doing something right with their marketing. Maybe it was just the name, but Toys R Us, like, it seemed like such a staple, man. Like, like as far as like, it's must have the best toys, and that's what the name alludes to, and maybe that's what the marketing ploy was like with commercials and the likes that I saw as a child. If I saw any, I'm not sure, But, I always wanted to go to a Toys R Us, but never was able to manage to go to one. But now it's too late. It's far too late because Toys R Us is going out of business. You know what I mean? So that's a terrible, terrible disgrace. But, it goes to show that e-commerce is taking over the game, and you don't have to be such a large predominant player to get in on the e-commerce scale. So, I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go too in depth in the likes, but, for what it's worth, there's lots of potential out here. And, opportunity is only changing and evolving and closing. Changing, evolving, and closing. That's off the top of my head. Changing, evolving, and closing. So some of these opportunities are closing, slowly but surely over this next 10-year period, over this next 5-year period, over this next year period, or this next couple year period. But it's also evolving, as in there might be new opportunities because new technologies will come available. So it's about keep your ears to the motherfucking streets. That's what I advise. I advise you keep your ears to the streets and just, you gotta be the first in on these new trends, and it's not even about trends, because I hate the word trends, because I'm like, oh, but trends in business is actually a beautiful thing, because it can help you be at the first of the crop, even if you're not the very first, because you heard it from the person that was telling you it was trending. A reliable source or the likes, one of these outlets or the likes, because a lot of times these outlets don't grab the ideas of what's trending until after it's already trended. It's already going out of style by the time they're telling you about it. So that's why you got to keep your ears to these grassroots operations and the likes, grassroots news operations, and also the network, a strong network of people that can actually tell you what's going on, and what's new, and just keep learning, because by the time they're putting it in books, It's too fucking late, man. By the time they're putting it in that book, it's too fucking late. It's like a history fucking lesson, you know? And we don't need any history lessons. We need to be the cream of the crop, the um, first run of people to adopt this new technologies and the likes. And you know, there's a lot of options out here with ClickFunnels and Shopify, and just making it very, very easy for people with the right mindset and the likes. And I haven't even investigated those operations too much. But nonetheless, I've heard from testimonies that they're excellent. If you build the right operation. But even more so, you know, is just that there's so much opportunity out here in the realm of taking advantage of, you know, e-commerce. You know, again, so what I'm gonna say is just that, and it is